Hi friends, as we continue our theme of Invite Diligent Learning, I want to follow up on some powerful insights shared at the June Religious Educators Conference with Elder Christofferson and Elder Gilbert. Let's take a minute to watch what they said.
Elder Clark Gilbert extended an invitation to our seminary and institute teachers to find ways deliberately to provide students opportunities to act and take responsibility for their learning. And when we teach in a way that only invites listening and ignores active engagement on the part of the learner, we risk signaling to students that we value our teaching above their learning.
There are many ways to allow students to share what they are learning. One of the simplest is to do this is to allow time for reflection. This can come through a learning journal or even a reflective activity as part of a discussion. This can also be done by introducing a parable, a life situation, or a personal application, and then allowing students to reflect through written observation before sharing with others.
Elder Christofferson and Elder Gilbert remind us that helping students become active learners, not just listeners, is central to true conversion. One simple, effective way to do this is by inviting students to write insights in a journal or a notebook or to record other ways before they answer out loud. There's a few ways that this can help. This skill can help. One, it gives students a chance to pause and think about the doctrine that applies to them personally. Second, it increases participation, especially from students who might not usually speak up. And third, it can help them recognize and record the influence of the Spirit as they learn for themselves. Now, we can combine this strategy of writing with a couple of the other teaching skills that we've been practicing lately. For example, this combines really well with asking application questions, questions that help students connect the doctrine to their own lives. And also with asking questions to help students see the relevance of the gospel and discovering why this truth might matter to them today. For example, instead of asking, what does this verse teach about prayer? You might say something like, think about a time when prayer has made a difference in your week. Take a minute to jot down what you notice in these verses that could help strengthen your own prayers, or any other thoughts or impressions that you might have. Take a minute to record that before anybody shares. Then give them some time to write before you invite them to share. And at that point, they might share with the class, but then you might also invite them to turn and share with a partner, this parent share idea, before they do out loud. It allows them to kind of pause and then write and share maybe like in a small protected space, like with a partner, before even asking to share with the whole class. This works really well, especially for larger classes. It creates space for deeper reflection, and it helps students internalize the truth instead of just recalling the truth. Let's keep experimenting with this in our classes this week. As you ask follow-up questions, you ask questions about application, you ask questions to help them with relevance, and ultimately ask questions that connect them back to Jesus Christ. You might try some different ways to do this and just practice a little bit. Try it once or twice and notice how it changes the tone of the discussion and the level of spiritual engagement in the classroom. Thanks for all that you're doing. Thanks for what you're doing to help students not just learn the gospel, but to dig a little bit deeper and to get farther down the path and to climb the side of that mountain to really help them understand how to experience the gospel of Jesus Christ as we work together. You're loved. Thanks for all that you do.